Dreams and dream visitation of dead loved ones are real. But be careful because evil still exists. Like my angel told me, in order to have good, you must have evil. In order to have a negative, you must have a positive. And that's how energy is formed. And what I mean by evil, let me give you an example. And this just happened yesterday in the day. Uh, it was a lady who said her mother died on Christmas Day. When normal people hear that, they give condolences and words of inspiration and hope that there will be a better tomorrow. I spend most of my time in the near-death rooms because I realize I can give back with my experience of being raised by angels. So then what I said to the woman, I said, my mama died in 1998. And just yesterday, she gave me oranges and a big yellow pill. So the next day I woke up because for 3 months, dead people been bringing me oranges and orange juice. My mama, my daddy, all my brothers, my friends, and their friends, and even people who live in Continental Dream bringing me oranges. But now my mama put a B12 with it. That means vitamins. And I realized I haven't taken vitamin B12 or eaten oranges in years because I'm handicapped and can't get to the fruit stand. So I get a couple of oranges from Walmart, but they ain't the kind of oranges they talking about, right? But I was sickly for 3 months. I ordered the B12 last week. Start drinking orange juice every morning, eating oranges. Next thing I know, I'm 61 and I feel like I'm 19 again. So what do that tell you about that dream? Like I tell everybody, not even death can separate a parent, especially a mother, from their child. Because since my mama been dead, she have been a mother to me 10 times more now since she dead than she was when she was living. And I started reading other stories about it and started doing research on it. And it's true. Death can't become between a mother and her child. But then I started getting comments. Check this out. Remind you, I told them about I was raised by angels. I told them about the federal government, the White House pumped millions of dollars researching me about the other side. How they find out about it, I don't know, but President Clinton said they communicate with the other side many of times. And they spend millions of dollars of research on it. So one of my friends put two and two together and say, hey, they got your name from the other side. Because why is he going to call you and say, how far on the other side was you and did you have help? Then that way he told me who I was and not to be mad at God. But this is what these people saying in the comments. And I'm telling you, it's pure evil. You can't travel to heaven with no angel. Angels don't come down to earth until the final war, good versus evil. All kind of crazy thing they saying right there. You ain't traveled. And I told them about the many of time where my room transferred into heaven. And I talked to my dead loved ones who just died, angels, or spirits. These people are powerful. They can come right now and put me way back in the goddamn 1600s. Just really, really can be while I'm wide awoke. With a room full of people. When I was in claim court, it looked like it was thousands of claims. They took me in 11 different dimensions while I was still there with the claim. Millions and millions of ancestors. I was in Africa. I was in 11 other different places at the same time. All them thousands of people didn't see it, but they might have. Because when I asked the claim leader, why didn't y'all kill me? He said, even the claim not stupid enough to kill something God spent extra time in creating. So they might have fell it too. But for somebody to spit on your experience, whether it's a near death, whether it's out of body, whether it's real life, is pure evil. Angels stood over my bed at night watching me sleep for 13 to 14 years as the whole family watched, but they got used to it. Because my mama said, well, he ain't harming nobody, so don't be scared of it. In the Bahamas, I wrote the story about the angel stop the storm. My entire family, grandmama and granddaddy, and my brother, watched thousands and thousands of angels dance for hours and hours at night after saving me and my brother from the storm in the ocean. It gave my grandfather comfort because he said now he knows something exists after this life and told me things. But there were thousands and thousands of angels and spirits dancing, singing to us. And I never forgot it because me and my brother always wanted to sleep in the jungle. And that night, my grandmama said, let the baby sleep outside with the spirits. And that was our first night sleeping in the jungle. And I laughed. So don't let nobody dance on your parade. When a dead person visits you in a dream, they got to get permission from Almighty. They just can't come in your dream. God got to give them permission because he don't like nobody interfering with the living from the other side. But when God gives that permission, if you pure and that person pure, they will be able to visit you for eternity until you join them. But don't let evil dance on your parade, because ain't a man on this planet can tell me what I experience is evil or real. Angels took me to heaven. I have been face to face with God. And they going by some make-believe book where somebody wrote up to control people. Man wrote that book, not God. My angel told me that several times. She did say 10% of that book is real. 10%. And she said it's worth reading to get that 10% truth. Thank you, and God bless.